Hey guys, Fractus Smuggler here. I'm going to be doing a bit of a chatty chat on basically some games that we recently did. This is for the JDL League. So this is the Join Dota League. This is the Oceania group, who we're currently topping at the moment. Joint with YSM, which is Yellow Solo Mid. Two games that we did we won both of them. They were pretty decent actually. I thought to help out some people that getting into the more meta side of the game, which is the drafting. I thought I might actually go over what I was thinking and what I actually drafted. So these are the two games here. I'll just jump into the first one. So I just thought I'd basically give you a rundown of thoughts and processes of how I'm doing at the moment and what I'm drafting at the moment. Basically just running through these drafts that I did that won us. Not the draft. Well, I think the first draft pretty much won us it. Like, if you took play, if you completely gave equal play to each team, I think the draft I did in game 1 was way better than the other teams, and in game 2 was a lot more even. It was based more about execution. So current meta picks are pretty much Doom and Alchemist. You have to, like, in my eyes, it's Doom. You have to ban or pick Doom, right? If you let them get Doom, it's very, very hard to deal with him at the moment because he can lane anywhere and he can win his lane. Or not so much mid. I don't think he would be able to lane mid, but he could definitely deal some serious work in mid. But I don't think he's useful mid at all. But he can go off lane, which is where he usually does, and he just destroys whatever safe lane you have. Because at level 3, his Scorched Earth is insane. It gives you like 600 HP regen over the duration, and it's like a little shittier Radiance, but it's still Radiance burn, and that's like, and it's got a huge AoE. So they buff that to like the nth degree. So I pretty much ban or pick Doom now. I can't let it get through. I don't feel confident enough in dealing with it. If I do let it get through, it's because I've come up with something that I know can deal with it. And at that stage, I've not come up with anything. So these two are the ones that I'm pretty much banning at the moment, unless I want to run an Alchemist, or I feel that the draft I am running or will be running can deal with an Alchemist. So my first pick was Dazzle. Dazzle is just like, in my eyes, just insanely good. Everywhere. Like, at all stages of the game, in all lanes, like, just probably the best support in this meta, in my eyes, at this time. Just hands down, without even a thing, just amazing. His heal is amazing, his armor reduction is amazing, and the buff as well, if you get on your team. Especially going high ground. I see a lot of people try and weave the enemy going high ground. It's a lot better to weave yourself going high ground. I don't know why people do that, but anyway. So this is just me. Basically, I nearly always open with a support. I feel it's a lot better. I usually reserve my other pick, like use my second, third, and fifth pick for cores. But I pretty much always open with a support that has greater impact and is versatile. Dazzle can go aggressive tri lane, Dazzle can go defensive safe lane, Dazzle can go babysit mid, Dazzle can go hard 5 and stack jungle if you want to give a dual lane. Like, Dazzle can just go anywhere, he can go dual off lane. So in saying that, that's pretty much why I picked Dazzle. Plus, they picked a Clockwork into this, which I don't really agree upon, because with like level 2 or level 3 Shallow Grave, you can pretty much guarantee the safety of whoever gets cogsed, or whoever gets cooked and cogged. Ancient Apparition was a good pick by them. It definitely deals with a Dazzle's heave and sustain, which is like his push ability. So I 100% agree with that pick. That was a really, really good pick. I wouldn't have picked it now per se because Alchemist is banned, so it's not like a super good pick. It's a good pick, but it's not like a pick that can really destroy someone's draft as a position 5. So I'll just speed this up a little bit.
5 seconds.
Just to get through this because I've actually got team training. Now, again, I picked the Quap because I know it can go anywhere. It's a really, really strong mid. You can run it as a safe lane, get a really, really fast Orchid, Max Scream and Blink without having to go second point in Dagger, so you can actually, your burst is increased a lot by level 8. Plus you can go offlane if you really need to. Like, you can run her anywhere and it's perfectly viable. So from my first 2 picks, you can definitely say I'm really enforcing versatility within my draft. That's because this is the first time we've ever played against Disco Ponies, and it's something that I really want. Like, when I first time play against people, I really want to figure out how they draft. So I don't really have a set draft going into first time games. I banned out the Lena and the Brood because I don't feel I can let the draft that I have in mind at this stage was a little bit more safe lane intensive, so it's going to be quite a defensive tri lane, and I don't want the space or the attention that Brood requires. I wanted to be able to move a lot more with my off lane and my position 4. So I banned out the Brood, and the Lena was just purely because I don't want anybody getting burst down before I can grave them. I don't want anybody getting picked off. I don't want anybody just getting wiped off the map with one combo at level 8. Like, I want to be able to fight into them and keep people alive with my draft. So they went Wind Ranger, which is actually pretty decent against Quap, but I think it turned out this was like a support Wind Ranger. I can't remember, but looking at that Wind, I'm like, okay, Quap versus Wind, that's a pretty decent matchup for me. I can actually put Quap mid here and she's going to actually do quite a lot of work. So, you know what, that's probably going to be our core 2 now, is Quap, with position 4-5 being Dazzle. I'm still throwing up, like, I don't know what I want to do. I'll go through what I was thinking here. So we saw the Wind Ranger and Ace and Clockwork, and I was like, oh, Clockwork is... I need someone with a stun that has high armor, right, that can actually do some work early game, because they have very, very defensive Ancient Apparition. They've got a Wind Ranger who is, in my eyes, very bad up until about level 5. I feel she has a power peak at about level 5 for me anyway. And Clockwork, your power peak's like level 5, 6, 7. So I wanted someone that can do a lot more before level 5 is hit by those core people. I want someone that can roam, I want someone that can move. I also want someone that's versatile, like I can send Ogre in the off lane with someone, and I can send, or Ogre in the safe lane, you know. I can do a lot with that. So I picked that up thinking this is something that I can actually work with, and then they picked the Spectre, and I instantly knew once they picked a Spectre, with the versatility I have, I actually have an incredibly strong lineup to go 2-1-2. As soon as they picked the Spectre, I knew what I had to do, and obviously it wasn't banned out yet, so I picked it, and that was the Undying. Pretty sure I picked it pretty good.
10 seconds. 5 seconds. Remaining time.
No, I just like, with a Spectre, you have to shut her down before 20 minutes. If she gets a Radiance before like 25 minutes, game's over. You've lost. In my eyes. If you force her to literally don't go Radiant, like you shut her down completely, she can't go Radiant, she can't even, she has to go other items just to stay alive, then yes, 110% you win the game. But just looking at my lineup at the moment, I knew I could actually punish this lineup so well. And then they picked a Rubik, and I was like, this game's over. Like, I know what I have to do. I know we can win this game. It's done. So I could do whatever I wanted here. Like I could do a dazzle, like I could do a dazzle and someone else in safe lane. I could do a ogre magi undying off lane, or I could do a dazzle undying off lane. I could do whatever I wanted, and I kind of came to the realization that we needed someone that has incredible burst damage, but we need physical burst damage, right? And I wanted someone that is a natural MKB carrier, and I wanted someone that can literally pop up and pop in or run around and just cause havoc early game. I wanted an early game carry. Clinks was pretty much my only option, because I didn't really want Jaro because you couldn't really be left in lane where Clinks could be left in lane. Right, so in saying that, I went Dazzle Undying off lane, and I went Dazzle Undying off lane with a Clinks Ogre safe lane and Quap mid. Let's just jump. Like, as you can see, it took 20 minutes for us to win the game. I'll show you what happened to 10 minutes. Like, we pretty much were 10-4 at 10 minutes, and then at 16 minutes, it was pretty much we had full map control of the stage. Our wards were good. This is our smoke for Roche. Finish it off pretty quickly. Come out of there pretty quick. And then once we get that, it takes us like 2 minutes. Final fight. Yeah, she gets a fair few. Oh, there goes the that was really nice, by the way. We pretty much finished them all off. Pop runs in, gets popped up, she and then we just finished them. Stun comes in, I'm moving through, zoning out, and that's like pretty much right. Done. So it was a 20-minute game. Like, we completely destroyed them in 20 minutes, and that was really good. I'll probably get into the game 2 in the second video, so I'll probably see you guys soon. But if you have any questions or you want to know anything, let me know. Ask me analysis, let me know, send me a message. Smugler signing off.